Hey, what's up? This is Andy from chuckandandy.com, and in today's video I want to discuss about some of the ways on how you can actually get your YouTube video to rank organically in the search engines. And by what I mean by ranking in the search engines, I only mean purely from the YouTube's perspective. If you wanted to rank your YouTube video in the Google SERPs, in the Google search engine is slightly different as opposed to YouTube, and in most cases it'll be the same method that you do with a normal website. But in this video alone, we're only going to be focusing on how we're going to organically rank our YouTube videos in the YouTube search engines, specifically on-page SEO. So on-page SEO is everything that you have control in. So from your title, your description, your tags, all of this is what we consider on-page SEO. Once you've shot your video, the very first thing you actually want to do is to rename your video file. So over here it's just an example video. Generally, right after you shoot a video, you'll get a whole bunch of jargon, right? A whole bunch of numbers that's generally just a date and followed by a sequence of numbers. To rename a video, all you have to do is just right click on the video, click on rename, and what you actually want to rename it is to the keyword that you're actually trying to target. So for this case, let's say we're trying to rank a video on niche sites. To be more specific, how to actually build niche sites. So here I'll type in how to build niche sites, and that's what I would actually name the video file. What's left is to actually upload it onto YouTube, and then we actually start to fill out the blanks. Once you've uploaded your video onto YouTube, there are a few sections that should be blank. Firstly, your title would be a generic title, your description will be completely blank, and your tags will be completely blank. A really big factor for YouTube to determine what your video is about is within its title. It's crucial that you put in your title with your keyword, with all sorts of different long tail keywords to go with it, and a title that looks appealing so that you get those click-through rates. As you can see in this example, the actual keyword we're targeting is how to build a niche site. And to increase click-through rate, we added in 2015 to make it up to date. And then we also have step-by-step and blueprint, so that if anyone was to type in niche site blueprint, this video actually has a chance to appear as well. And right at the end here, we've got newbie friendly. All of this is going to count towards different types of keywords that you might be targeting, and it's going to increase your visibility for your video on the YouTube SERPs. You want to make sure that you use as much of the title as you can. The YouTube titles actually go for quite some length, and it goes under 2 rows. So you can add in as many words into the title as you can, and that way it's going to help you actually rank for long tail keywords that you generally might not pick up. The next thing to focus on is the actual description. For the description, I have a set template. At the very top is where I actually like to leave my link. So over here you can see that's the link here. And by having it at the top, it really increases your click-through rates, as it'll be appeared on the very first few lines, so that they don't actually have to click on show more to show the whole of the description. And then if you have any other associated websites that you want to send them to, you can leave them there as well. So in this case, we put our blog and our subscribe link as well. But down here is where the bulk of the description is going to be. And what you really want to type in your description is the introduction of your video. So what your video is about, how it's going to help them out, and why they should listen. Pretty much just go through the 5 W's. The more detailed you write for your description, the easier it is for YouTube to pick up exactly what your video is about, so that they know exactly where to place your videos for each keyword. So a good amount of words is about 300 to 400 words. Of course, if your video is going to be a short one, then you don't have to go as much as that. Just try not to stuff your keywords in there too many times, otherwise you're going to have that spam filter on. Another tip I like to do is to leave the link at the very bottom of my description. So if you're like me, if you're reading anything online, I generally use my mouse to follow along. And so if the link is just right there, at the bottom, as soon as I finish the description, it's just going to be the first thing I actually click on. So that's a little handy tip. The last section we want to deal with on the on-page SEO for our YouTube videos is our tags. So this little section here tells YouTube what your search terms are for this particular video. So if anyone was to type up how to create a profitable niche sites, this is telling YouTube exactly what this video is about. So if anyone was to search how to create a profitable niche site, my video is going to appear for that search term. So you want to make sure that your tags are as relevant as possible. And I have shot another video explaining more in depth about tags and how to come up with better ideas. So if you haven't seen that yet, I do suggest to check it out. Otherwise, these are the main key areas that we want to fill in for our on-page SEO. Of course, there are other key factors that YouTube actually takes into account as well. Metrics like estimated watch time, so how many minutes your video actually gets seen, your views, how many people actually watch your video, and your engagements like likes, dislikes, comments, shares, favorites, and subscribers. And all of this is going to take into account, and YouTube's going to decide whether your video is of high quality for that particular search term, and if it is, they'll rank you highly in the search engines. That's why it's really important to make your video engaging as possible, so people actually stay and watch your whole video. Of course, if people actually click on your video and they're leaving straight away, that's going to have a negative impact on your rankings as well. So just be really careful with that. Otherwise, that's pretty much the bulk of on-page SEO and how we actually go about trying to rank for specific keywords. Remember, the more detail you give YouTube, the easier it is for them to understand what your video is about, because at the moment they can't actually work out what your video is about. So remember, have your keywords in your title, followed by as many long tail keywords as you can. Always make your description unique and just talk about what the actual video is about. And then add as many relevant tags as you can to your video, so it's going to help YouTube decide what to rank your video for. And then if your video is really informative and has really good engagement, you'll see that your video is going to slowly climb up the ranks, and once it hits that #1 spot, it's just going to stay there. Whoa, you made it to the end. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, you'll definitely love our 6-figure affiliate marketing blueprint ebook. If you haven't grabbed yourself a copy yet, click on the link in the description and enter in your name and email address, and we'll send it straight to your email inbox. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you have any kind of questions. Feel free to check out Chuck and Andy to get all your affiliate marketing needs, or continue to the next videos over here, and we'll talk to you soon.